and reports appear on the right side. Let me show you a screenshot. This is a screenshot of the project that we are going to discuss in this tutorial. There are links on the left side, available reports of customers, receivables, inventory, etc. When a user clicks on a report, the report content is obtained from the server through an Ajax call, and the content is displayed on the right side. The active report has a tick mark adjacent to it. So this is the project that we are going to do, and if I discuss how it is done, these links, they send a Ajax based GET request to the server side, and an ID is sent to the server side when the GET request is sent. The GET request is sent through Ajax fetch API. When the server receives this request, it uses this ID to obtain the report, and it sends that report in JSON format, and that report is then displayed on the right side as inner HTML of some div on the right side. To understand it better, let us have a look at the active project that I have done. So this is the Visual Studio where I have created the project, and let me first of all run it for you so that you can see it in action first. This is the window that opens, and if I click on report of customers, the report is obtained from the server and it is displayed on the right side, report of customers, and a tick mark appears adjacent to the active report. Similarly, if I click this one, the report is obtained from the server side and the tick mark is shown against this particular link. This is actually a very simply programmed project, and let us see how it can be done with a very few lines of code. This is the Ajax project that I've created, and this is ASP.NET Core project which I've called Ajax, and in this I have added a result page called index, and there are two files for it. Let us first of all have a look at the markup. So if we see this file, it starts with add page directive, index model, tag helpers, then some CSS is there to give color to this page, and this CSS actually makes a grid layout, and this is where we have a point of interest. This is the outer div, this is the left pane, and from here the right pane starts. The left pane has anchors data-rep equal to R1. This is the ID of the first report of customers. Then there is a second data rep R2, the ID of the second report, of the third report, of the fourth report. When this anchor is clicked, this ID will be sent to the server, and server will send a report on the basis of this ID. And what do we have on the right side? On the right side, as you can see, we have a please wait span. This span shows red color message please wait till the request is reaching back. Then this is the div report, and it is here the inner HTML of this div that the report content is finally displayed using Ajax and JavaScript. The most important part is this JavaScript, and let us have a look at this code. At the start, we create a tick document.createElement span. This tick is red color and a checkbox is shown. It is this tick that you see adjacent to each of the anchors. So this tick is actually programmatically moved to the active anchor when the anchor is clicked. And here document.querySelectorAll, it selects all the anchors that have data-rep attribute. So basically it selects all these anchors and runs a loop around them. A for each is run, and on each anchor, first of all attribute JavaScript null is set so that it doesn't do the default click action. Then a click event is added. When the anchor is clicked, the inner HTML of the please wait is set to please wait, and then fetch API, a request is sent to the server side function called rep This rep will be a function on the server side and it will be named as onGetRep. And since it is going to be asynchronous, we should name it onGetRep async. This onGet is prefixed because this is a get request and rep is the actual name of this function, and you can see this is the name of the function and a.dataset.rep. Now what is this? This is for each anchor. This is Mozilla syntax you can see on the Mozilla website. This is a new CSS JS syntax for reading the data hyphen attribute. Dataset will give me data hyphen rep because of this rep. So whatever is the data hyphen rep attribute, that attribute will form the ID of this fetch request. The method will be get. When the request is received, this catch handler will log any network errors. We have already covered